welcome to the Bumper Breakfast Show. My name is Teresa Akeyemi. It's so good to be here again. I'm thanking God for the gift of life and I'm thanking God for the gift of my voice. Welcome once again to the Bumper Breakfast Show. I'm telling you, we're starting late this morning because number one, I miscalculated. I never knew that the students are on resumption and people are going to work. Yesterday was a public holiday. I think I compared yesterday with today, and I came in late to the studio. Vera also came in late because of the traffic. It
was horrible.
And you know, we have filling stations. We still have a fuel issue in Nigeria, of which I'm sure is not going away anytime soon. Because the drama that is being played between NNPC and Alhaji Dangote that we were all hoping on. Raising God's side, do not hope in any human being. Just look unto him is the only way. Because humans will disappoint you. Because what I see that is happening between NNPC and Dangote refinery, we'll still come into that. There is traffic on the road this morning, and I know from tomorrow it's still going to be the same because the students are on resumption. They are back to school, so we should recalculate our timing. And again, we had a little technical issue that we're trying to solve. We've been trying to solve in the studio, and we've solved it. And now we are here. And I'm not alone in the studio this morning. It's a full house, and I also have a barrister in the house that will be joining us any moment soon. Vera, how are you doing?
Beautiful, horrible morning for because of traffic, but that's not how my way will go.
Stressful morning.
Very, very hectic. That's the word. But anyway, we're here and we thank God. Good morning to you guys at home.
Vina.
Good morning, Tessie. Good morning, Vera.
Good morning.
It's actually good to be on this table this morning. Good morning, Nigerians. I am Vina Peters.
And we have FATUNKE in the house. Good morning.
Good morning, listeners. Pleasure to be here as we flood on against all odds in our environment. Like I always say, ladies, it will be well for Nigeria.
Has to be well.
Just keep the hope alive. It's a renewed hope, and we're keeping the hope alive. Please, yesterday I bought fuel at the rate of 1,200 naira. You know, NNPC, they are claiming that Dangote is selling fuel to them at the rate of 800 and something naira. And Dangote has come out to debunk it that they should stop lying, that is not what he is selling to them. But I went to a filling station yesterday around Aground here, and I got a liter of for 1,200 naira. And it's not as if I'm paying with the 1,200 naira, but you don't sell fuel to me at the rate of 1,200 naira, and you have tampered
With the meter.
with the meter.
pump, yeah.
So why are we doing that to ourselves again?
But
If NNPC and Dangote, they are acting the dramas, we shouldn't join in the theme because some filling stations right now are acting dramas as well. You're selling at the rate of 1,200 naira. Though I will not blame you because I don't know how much the marketers are selling to them. I don't know how much they are bringing it from the depot. But you want to sell at the rate of 1,200, then your meter should be correct and it should be okay. My thoughts though, and that is how a new Nigeria can start. Because I keep saying it, we come here to talk about the government every time, the government not being okay, not being good, not doing the right thing with their renewed hope, but we the people, what are we doing? What are we doing to ourselves? We're doing more harm to ourselves than the government of Nigeria.
Well, I think we are where we are right now because of who we are and what we are created is a mindset thing. When you are naturally not a good person and you enter into a position, you see things like this happen. Aside the government, an individual should also have self-worth and also have conscience, integrity. Why most of the pump, when you look at what you're buying, it's not what is entering your car. And you begin to wonder why the wickedness. Some people sell it less and the pump has been tampered with, while some people sell it high and the pump is still tampered with. So you just wonder, and that's why I'm saying, which way Nigeria, which way to go? It's becoming very worrisome when you begin to see things like that happen to a nation. I don't know if I'll call ourselves, or which we'll call ourselves a nation. With the rate we're going, honestly, we need to sit back and rethink what will happen. Is there a future, and what is that future looking like? If you're seated now watching me this morning, what is running through your mind? Is it a place where you want to be proud of that you are in Nigeria? Can you be proud of what is happening in a country where we have the raw crude, or we have and they are refining somewhere, and now they brought it home. And it's not looking any different. What's the difference in bringing it home and we're selling? I'm not an economist, and that's why I honestly...
We have an economist on the table this morning.
I want someone I want someone to explain what is happening right now. Where a Dangote that we're saying, should we be proud of even saying Dangote, Dangote, when we have our refineries here? There should be competition. Now there's no competition. So everybody's just on Dangote, and he's a businessman. What do you expect? And so that's what we're saying.
A lot of questions to be asked when it comes to Nigerian refineries, because Port Harcourt refineries, I was on this table, I played that video that they showed us that Port Harcourt refinery is working. And ever since then, nobody is even talking about the refinery, Port Harcourt refinery. No one is saying anything about it. And now we are all about Dangote. Dangote is the savior of Nigeria. And now, when you put your trust in human beings, you put your trust in chariots. That is what you get, and that is what we're getting. AKIN, FATUNKE, the country as it is now, I believe, I'm of the opinion, and I stand to be corrected, that Nigeria should be placed on state of emergency, country of emergency now. Let me use country. Nation of emergency. Now in Kaduna, 3 feared dead, 30 kidnapped in bandit attack on Kaduna churches. They have started attacking churches again. 30 people were kidnapped, 3 feared dead, people were wounded. Same in Enugu, they were being attacked. Farmers cannot go to farms again to farm anymore. They are scared. Children resuming going to school, transport fare are on the high
increase. Yeah.
On the increase.
Yeah.
Where exactly are we going? We can afford to buy a bag of rice. They've told us they are selling bag of rice at the rate of 40,000 naira if you have your meal. I've not gotten one. I don't know, maybe you've gotten one on this table. Maybe you've bought one. AKIN, FATUNKE, I threw the ball in your court this morning.
Very, very well lobbied, and they called me an economist, and I'll be very uneconomical with stating the facts. And we still use the word where are we going?
Yeah.
I don't know if we are going everywhere or we are regressing.
Dived in.
Or is there a light at the end of the tunnel?
Oh, there's always been a light at the end of the tunnel. It's just that we refuse to even acknowledge that it's a tunnel, and also refuse to acknowledge that just before we came in, I was bantering with somebody who was saying, is it good morning or good night, depending on what you see. As far as I'm concerned, I have said it so many times with that number, that you cannot be facing the North Pole and you think you are going to get into the southern hemisphere. It won't happen. Yes, of course, you can continue to deceive yourself and continue to say the king must dance naked until that innocent child, remember Fred Agbe's famous play. And everybody, all of us are saying, wow, the king is beautiful, nice looking, beautiful, guy. And then this innocent guy then looked at Jesus and said, I must toe the line. You saw the king's bokos. I said, Mama, are you sure this king? She looked at the other side, and the other person looked at the other side. And before you knew what was happening, they all knew they were saying what the king wanted to hear. And by the time the king said he was going to cover himself, the expose was too much. Nigeria has been run aground. So when we take the oil and gas that we are talking about, I had where I was all over Dangote, a grand deceit. Dangote came to come and help. Dangote cannot be the solution. Yeah, we will be deceiving ourselves if we go ahead but we must also acknowledge the fact in economics there is something that we call opportunity cost. And foregone conclusion. Now, Dangote refinery is saying, NNPC has said that Dangote refinery is going to sell at 900 plus. Economists will tell you that when you put and stack all the numbers together, perhaps today, all things being equal, we'll be buying fuel at 1,002 or 1,005.
That's it.
So, marginally, Dangote has come to help reduce our pain, albeit temporarily. Dangote is also a monopolist. It's something we should not, we should not shy of. He's a monopolist. He's Father Christmas. He's everywhere. I know that he's a husband of Bena. He's the husband of Bina. He's the husband of He's the one that is toasting everybody and stuff like that. Don't you have mouth to go and do your own toasting?
That's it.
So Dangote is toasting, and you are looking at him. You made a point about the fact that we also have refineries who have run our refineries to the ground. That is so much so to the ground. I have said it times without number. I am happy Obasanjo is still alive. Obasanjo is still alive on his way out. Back then, with us, he saw light on his way out. Okay, well, better late than never. And then came and said, look, I am going to concession or sell these refineries to Blue Water.
Yeah.
And money was paid. The Blue Water Consortium, the same Dangote had done, they paid money. What then did we have? Again, Labour Congress. No, you cannot sell. No, you cannot do this. You cannot do that. And all that kind of stuff. Here I do a reverse. Since then, we have made more steps backwards than forwards. I know those who are listening to me will also say, oil is our natural resource. We should not be selling it. In fact, we should be making it free. God made air to be free to us. So oil too should be free. Again, comedians that we turn ourselves into, and jesters that we turn ourselves into. I really sympathize. When Obasanjo made that last minute thing, if an Obasanjo came now, if a Bola Tinubu, you don't have to like him, okay? It's not about Bola Tinubu, it's about Nigeria. If a Bola Tinubu now wants to make an attempt to even do something, it's the same us. They don't say, no, it's not possible. Basically, in my mind, because Bola Tinubu is not showing the kind of character and the example that one expects to see. But still does not matter. When we are reeling out where we are, I know you also have it at the back of your mind that we are having the floods in Maiduguri and everybody is running after what we need to do. We have been consumed by breeding corruption, and Nigeria is still not yet ready to move. Look at the Dangote that you just mentioned. The Dangote on its own, I don't know, I don't have all the facts. The Dangote on its own decided to put a deal together and ask NMPCL, that is supposed to be the incubus regulator, to now come and start competing. I think precisely some 15, 16 years ago, I was at an international conference, and like that innocent child that said the king must not take it. And people were talking, and CNN was there, and all that. And I said something was not going on fine. Then I raised my hand, and they recognized me, and I made a statement. Then I was working in ExxonMobil downstream. I said, there's something I don't understand. Where do you have a situation where you have two teams playing? Chelsea is playing Man City, Real Madrid is playing Atletico Madrid. And then the referee that is supposed to be neutral to say go, no go, foul, join one side and started playing against the other. I said, I see something totally not sinking. How, as far back as that time, that was the starting of when NNPC now they decided they are going to have retail outlets as a strategic thing and all that. You see on the face of it. But that is not supposed to be the role of NNPC. So if NNPC now does something untoward, who is going to control the market? We were skilled. I remember, not only did it nearly cost me my job, it nearly cost my company, Mobile. It was bad. Chain of events went. Years later, Mobile said, look, we can't continue to operate in this kind of environment, and then they left. Truth of the matter is, NNPC, are they still regulators? If they are regulators, a downstream, regulatory agency, have they abandoned all the things that they need to do? Also, I told the whole world, I say my own, out of what I see, that 17 years ago, 18 years ago, we had in this country contaminated fuel. We had it some 2-3 years, I think 3 years ago before Buhari left. We are still going to have it. Planes have been coming down.
Yeah.
You know all the things that I'm talking about. Planes are coming down. I pray I am wrong. These planes are still going to come down because we still don't have regulation in the way the regulation should be regulated. Sometimes they forget that they may themselves be in such place, and when the thing comes down, it comes down. So we have not been serious. I do not see the kind of character that Mr. President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is. Will tell me today that because that's what he met on the ground, that's what Obasanjo did, that is what some other person did, and will appoint himself as the petroleum minister. What does he know? With all due respect, what does he know? He doesn't know jack about certain things that should be going on there. And then when you now put politicians ahead of technocrats, we are going to be where we are. Can it change? Absolutely. Just like when you put on your switch gun to get light or not get light. We have decided to switch our lights off, and we switch our lights off, and then we are looking for El Dorado. It's not going to happen. When we all decide as a country, okay, I'm careful, because the next thing is Bola Tinubu has not done this. No, it's not about Bola Tinubu. It goes beyond Bola Tinubu. Yes, he's the president and commander-in-chief, and that's the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying. But go and put somebody else there. As long as we keep on looking at a different direction, we will not be able to get there. Nigeria must unravel. Must say that we have failed, and that is the truth. It is not something that we will continue to patch. What are the state governors doing? Do you know a lot of the state governors are doing? By the way, the off-cycle election that is coming up in Edo State, you see all the shenanigans. And then, without them wait, and then you start to walk the pointing finger. INEC is bad. INEC is bad. What about us? What about the politicians? We all see that we all know that the direction is going to. We all know brothers is going to flow in Edo State, unfortunately. We all know brothers is going to flow in Edo State, unfortunately.
All of a
but we are all
sudden in Edo
pretending.
State.
If 2027 comes today, more blood will flow, and there's going to be shame of shame. You don't know what they call it? Shame of shame. Okay?
Shame.
So, between half a dozen and 6 is the true nature of Nigeria, which the patriots have said Nigeria is not working. The constitution is not working. It's a turn-by-turn thing. We have people who are ruling and not leading. We have people who are taking care of themselves more, forgetting the Abacha factor. Abacha has so much power. He amassed so much wealth, not only with the power of life and death on some people that will have died, but they are not dead today. He started getting alerts, He started getting alerts long after he died. When those alerts came, some people were still stealing it, that you can sleep
You don't even know what they did
and not wake up again. All of us here sitting and those who are listening, we can sleep tonight, this afternoon, we will not wake up again. And then so what happens to the rest? It's a big question for all of us, but it is possible. What should we do about it? We know what we can do about it. Let's all come together. The patriots have told us what we need to do. Let's agree Nigeria is not working. Let's agree we are in the wrong vehicle. Let's know that we are different in religion, we are different in tongues, we are different in tribe. Let's go back to 1960 and listen to that sage. Yes, Awolowo was saying, but I listened to that sage from the north called Ahmadu Bello. He told Nnamdi, no, don't say that we should forget our differences. We have differences. Let's find a way around how we are going to unravel them. There are so many, like in our case, all over the world, they knew what they did, and we can toe the line. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Vina, do you think Nigeria is working? Do you even think there's a tunnel, just like FATUNKE said? We're expecting a light at the end of the tunnel, but I think, is there a tunnel? Is there really a tunnel? Do you think Nigeria is working?
Well, I stand 100% with Mr. FATUNKE here. The fact that we cannot even identify the tunnel is a problem. Now, what do you expect from...
No. People like Vera and myself identified the tunnel. And we said we couldn't see the code. So in an attempt to really, what is really India, we started drilling. We went there and the thing started, that's what we call it, the Vera. Stealing, oil stealing. Oh, we saw the tunnel there, but we said we didn't see the oil. Thank you. So we now put hammer in it and then started wasting. I thought I should just patch that. Some people, very negligible few, are doing that. They've been doing that to this country on a regular basis, and they are the ones we are finding in the National Assembly. They are the ones we are finding in the state assemblies. They are the ones we are finding in governance, and they are the ones we are finding in presidency. Unfortunately, I'm sorry.
So is there end in sight? Okay,
Go
ahead.
Please go ahead.
The fact that, what do you expect from a businessman? He is there to make profit. So even if the nation should scream from now to tomorrow, he's not operating on a pro bono. That's not, he didn't come here for that. He came to make business. You can say it as he came to help Nigerians, but if I'm going into a business, I don't see any reason why I will not make profit. I don't see any reason. So I am so sorry you have to buy fuel at 1.2. And the fact that NNPC now says everything is fuel in Lagos will be sold at 9.50. Well, I just have to say that Nigerians should just tighten their seatbelts and be strong. This is just the beginning. We should just be strong, and I actually do hope everything will be better. But like I said, it's hope. We can only hope. So that's my 2 cents on this whole fuel issue.
FATUNKE, you said something about the shenanigans happening in Edo State. I saw one yesterday that I was just laughing. That made me laugh out loud. The PDP now coming out to say the commissioner of police is a friend to Ruto. I was just wondering, where is this coming from again?
Yeah, but you know, in election, people say things, people try to investigate people as well, because there are positions, and some people are coming in new into the system. So a lot of things will be happening. You will see and you will hear a lot. But you said something that fuel will be sold for 90. But on my way from Ajah this morning, I only saw one filling station that sold for 900. Others was 990. I was checking now. Some don't even put it up. When you drive into the filling station is when they're going to tell you the price. You know, so I know that at the end of the day, according to what he said, we're going to start selling. You'll be getting for 1.5. And outside Lagos is horrible now. It's terrible. Outside Lagos.
You know, it's just a pity that we've gotten to this stage in Nigeria that you don't even know the amount you're selling fuel again anymore. For me now, I bought 1.2 yesterday. Vera is talking about 900. The papers,
990. 900,
the papers are talking. Gadget is talking about 950 per liter. There's no regulation in anything. Now going to the informal sector, those ones that they believe that they should be the backbone of any economy, they are no more the backbone, they are now the front bone. Because the way they are operating, you go to this store, you get a product at the rate of 10,000 naira. In those days, you go to another market, you go to another place, you still get it at the same price. Maybe the person selling will now tell you, this is Monday morning. I don't want me to carry my money go. They cannot give you at the rate of 9.5 or 9.7. But now, where we are now,
Monday,
where we are now, right now, you get something here at the rate of 10,000. You go to the next place, you get it at the rate of 25,000 naira. That is where we are now. That is why it is not working. And I will stop saying it on this table that the president is working, but it is not working. But the president is working. It's not as if the president is not working. He's doing a lot. He went to China. We saw what he went there for. He's been to UK. He's been to here. He's been to there. We've seen him trying to close deals. doing great things. But I think it still needs to come back home first. Let's tidy our house. The foundation, the house is shaking. Our house is not in order. Our house is not in order at all. It need to put orderliness at home before it now goes out there to start breaking those deals. Because all those deals is brokering, I'm telling you, it might not end up working. It's still going to amount to nothing. I saw a report on Sunday where they said the First Lady of Nigeria. Did you see that report? That the First Lady of Nigeria, all its international trade, you spent over 790 million.
We saw the
report.
report, but the question I'm asking is the subsidy removal. Where are the monies gathered from it? What are they using for? Someone should be explaining to us. Because if you say you remove subsidy, it means that some money somewhere you're gaining from it. Why are they not plugging it into the system? Why are we just like this? Nobody is explaining, nobody is saying things, and we're just like this.
If you want to ask that question, I have a lot of questions to ask. Just like FATUNKE mentioned, there are a lot of the former military presidents. What do they do with it? And all those monies, the EFCC, they keep recovering.
What are they using it for?
What are they using it for? So I have 1,001 questions to ask on this table, and still yet all the money being recovered from embezzlement, still yet the country is not moving forward. Then they should stop recovering the money.
And we should,
because what are they doing?
They have to recover and also penalize, or people should start going to jail. I think the system is the structure that we're operating in. If it's a structure like, once this is done, this amnesty thing, I don't even understand it anymore. It's not working. If you steal or you are caught, you go to jail. It doesn't matter if you're an ex-president or ex-vice president or whatever. I think until these steps are taken, people will not stop what they are doing. Okay, tell me, why should we, when we don't have money, the National Assembly be meeting every time or every day? We should, no, when you don't have money, you begin to reduce some things to keep the country going. Okay, you have said there's no money. Everything is down. We all agree. Why not say, okay, these people went to school, they have a job, they have a career before they became whoever they are today. Why not say, okay, you know what? We cannot run this cost. We run diesel or fuel in the National Assembly. Okay, we're not going to be meeting every day. There's no money in the coffers. Things are not working. Nigerians are suffering. Can we meet twice a month? And if we're meeting, they have their job. Can it be meet, pay as you go system? You meet, they pay you and you go. If we don't do this, we're still going to meet, even if you bring a messiah in a system that is this way, we're going to meet a lacuna. We're going to still meet this kind of system. We need to see that. That's why, honestly, it's not working. I don't want to rehash what...
Vera, I want to say something to you, like this is economics.
Yeah.
Time will not permit us to say.
Okay.
You asked the critical questions, and that question has always been asked. You said the money from subsidy.
Yes.
After all, the money
Yeah.
has been surplus back. But let me just do an explanation.
Okay.
The money we are paying for subsidy, they say it is money we are paying for consumption.
Yes.
And the only way you can see it down the line is you go to the toilet where the thing comes out of your sweat. You are not using money for investment. You are borrowing money.
Borrowing every time.
So now grab while blowing like Nero, blowing the pipe while your country.
So we are borrowing money to pay
Which
subsidy.
means
To pay,
money,
you have to service your loan.
the money,
Thank
you.
You have to service your loans.
So the money you are borrowing will be seen in perhaps a reduction in low body. All things being equal. What we call reduction in low body. So we have gone ahead and borrowed more money all this while, and you find it flushed down the toilet, including people who take it, smuggle it. You are complaining of 90 to 1,000 in Maiduguri. Do you know how much?
So in Madrid is more than.
It's 1,000.
1,000 plus.
1,000.
Do you know how much that is being smuggled across? And in ready market, you call Dangote a businessman. So you think Nigerians who are not smart businessmen? It is because we have really carried ourselves so low. So the money you are talking about can also temporarily, you can say, okay, I was borrowing 200 So you are now borrowing 150. So that 50, that 50, you still have a timeline. What do you do with that 50? But honestly speaking, apart from the stealing, which is tier one, is also the fact that when this president came, he started some things. He didn't get far. Started saying, okay, governors, okay, let's do supplementation. Let's start to pay 35,000. We pay it for 1 month or 2 months. That is part of the trickle effect. Nigeria was not producing. Everything was down. And then, they said they open, I don't know if we still have a percentage grain reserve, whether it was a lie or whatever it is. We now have to go and take that, give it to people like you, give it to people like me. And you know what I did with my own? I took it, I went to rebrand it, to do my own birthday, and all that. That's what I'm saying. You start calling it palliative.
We start calling it palliative.
These are short-gap measures that will not
work.
It will not work because we are not looking at the real fundamentals. The real fundamentals is that nobody trusts one another in Nigeria. We are not putting our best foot forward. We are allowing politicians to ride roughshod on us. And we are seeing morning and we are calling it night because we see light. May the Lord God help Nigeria.
Amen.
All right, if we should keep on to talk about the problem of Nigeria, I'm telling you, we're not going anywhere today. We have a guest in the house, Barrister Elizabeth Funmi Ayodele. She's also a political analyst, and we'll be looking at the newspaper review together. Don't go anywhere. We will be back.